Hello, I am LouVMD. Welcome. I thank you for stopping by. Thank you also for subscribing and liking. And if you haven't already, be a sweetheart and go ahead and do that for me. I really appreciate it. It shows me how much I'm valued on this platform and if I should spend more time putting out this content or should I spend time elsewhere. So I just want to put this message out in regard to remaining soft in a world that is harsh at times. It's very important, especially as women, because especially indigenous women, native women, women of African descent like myself, a lot of times, because we have survived so much, because we have made sure that we pull through whatever situation, whatever trauma and tragedy that has happened from a generational standpoint, we've made it. We've always pushed through. So that strength is something commendable, is something to be proud of. However, there's a fine line between really appreciating the strength and valuing it for what it is, and not allowing it to transform you outside of your nature. In the sense of honoring yourself as a divine goddess, as an awakened woman, it's important to remain true to your nature. And not every woman is the same. There's some women that may have more of a yang energy. But speaking of women that operate mainly in our yin energy, which represents the female energy, is about remaining soft even in a hard world. We are designed to be mothers. We are designed to be women. We are designed to do a lot of things, and the emotional capabilities of women is something that is just uncompromising, and there's nothing that can really compare to the abilities that women have, the ability to just rise above obstacles, the abilities to raise children under extreme situations, the abilities to carry on no matter what trauma and tragedy that we have faced. However, we have to realize that it takes another level of strength not to allow those circumstances and experiences to turn you hard, in the sense of, for instance, there's women that have been betrayed, that have been hurt and disrespected to a level that it shuts them down emotionally, and it takes them out of their true nature. And that's a very unfortunate situation, and I've seen it time and time again. And I think that a part of us continuing to evolve and continuing to pass on the love that we have as women is to harness our qualities and not to shy away from them, and to realize that whatever has happened to you is not who you are. And I do get it. I understand having those boundaries. I understand feeling the need to be even more guarded because you have been hurt. But at the same time, when you're guarded to the point where you build up walls around yourself, you become a prisoner. You become a prisoner all on your own. And that's really what negative entities seek, to really change us and cause us to really not want to get out of that guarded position because of fear of hurt, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, all of those things. And I get it, because I too have been hurt. I struggle with really wanting to reach out to others because naturally I'm more of a reserved woman. I am what people may call an introvert. But at the same time, I'm loving. I really care about people in general as a collective, my people as a collective. And it's something that I really feel strongly about. But at the same time, I know the importance of allowing myself to still feel. Of course, I'm cautious and careful when it comes to others, and being selective on who I decide to give love to and to extend my care to. But it's something that is important, especially as a woman, knowing that the power that I have, I'm able to do so much just by my presence. When you have true love for self and when you really value yourself, you should be able to come to a certain point in your process of evolution to understand that you can trust yourself to be yourself. If you're someone that genuinely is happy, if you're someone that is into, just being a loving person, all right? Don't allow situations to change that. Don't you see that that is really a trick from from evil entities, from whatever forces that's trying to keep you away from having a life of miracles, having a life of blessings, having a life that is similar to an open heaven? That is a sure way to keep you away from living your best life, or living at your highest potential, by robbing you of the ability to love again. And sometimes that is one of the tests that comes into our life, especially if you're in a relationship with someone. Okay, especially when it comes to man and woman. If you're in a relationship with someone and you really trust this person, you have given your all, you've loved this person, and this person unfortunately has let you down. This person has disrespected you or talked negatively behind your back, whatever. And of course, I understand it is a very painful thing. However, don't allow that to cause you to in turn shut yourself off away from the potential of having the experience of love again. Allow yourself to be soft. Of course, be selective, but allow yourself to really be yourself in your true womanly essence. It's a beautiful thing, and I see it all too often where so many women, and starting out even as little girls, and that's really unfortunate. I have really encountered little girls that are already putting their walls up because of disappointment from parents, other people, and it's a tragic thing. But we have the ability to heal those wounds. Whatever you're going through, realize that you have the ability to really heal yourself and allow yourself to love again. The number one person that you should love again the most is yourself. Love yourself enough to know that you are not shaped by the experiences that has happened in your life. Now, they can shape you in a way, but allow it to shape you for the better. Never become bitter. That is really a waste of your life, truly. And it would be a tragedy to spend the rest of your life in a sense of being guarded because you're so afraid of being hurt. Pain happens, and that's inevitable. My son's having fun in the background. Pain is something that's inevitable in life. However, suffering is something that you have the choice whether you would like to suffer for the rest of your life or allow yourself to be empowered by your experiences. Also, keep in mind that sometimes when you're dealing with people and say, for instance, you really try to give them a lot of love and showing that you really care about them, how the person perceives that love, how the person reacts to the love that you're giving out, is not your responsibility. It's just your responsibility to be true to who you are. Be your loving self. Of course, be selective and careful with who you give love to, but still be that light. Okay? Be that positive force. If that's who you are, be that. And especially as women, that's something we really need to continue to cultivate instead of operating in what society wants women to do. Society is really pushing women into being similar to males, and not even the great attributes about male, the lowest forms of males, the most toxic behaviors of males. And it's something that you should not even consider. Be true to yourself as a woman and allow yourself to be empowered by your emotions. Be empowered about your ability to be vulnerable. Be empowered about your ability to be someone that is concerned for others. Those are not weaknesses, although they attribute it to being that, it is not. These are superpowers that we have as women. A lot of times when you are really connected with your senses, you're able to be intuitive. You're able to be clairvoyant, clairsentient. You're able to really pick up on things that other people that may not be in tune with their feminine side, they may not be in tune with their true emotional senses, to the point where they can't discern where there's tragedy ahead and things of that sort. So be empowered by your ability to be a woman. It's a divine responsibility, and it's something that I'm just so thankful to have been born a woman. It is not a curse. And women get a bad rap because of religion, because of a lot of feminist rhetoric. However, you do not have to conform to the world just because we are in the world. Be true to yourself and realize that you have a divine responsibility to heal. You have a divine responsibility to be loving, to be caring, to be just a replica of a divine mother. Even if you don't have children, it's not necessarily verbatim talking about being a mother. It's more so the energy to birth, the energy to create, the energy to just do all sorts of wonderful things as a woman. And we need to really harness the essence of that. Okay, a lot of times these attributes of being a woman have been shunned and put into a light as if it's something not desirable, but it's so untrue. It's to the point where there is a good amount of men that are wanting to be women. Think about that. And not on any hatred towards anyone, it's just a fact. Women are divine, and it's important to really connect to your divinity and realize that you can vibe higher and thrive in this life. You don't have to have a life of struggling. You don't have to experience a lot of pain. And although pain is a part of life, it's a process, you don't have to allow it to resonate with you to the point where that becomes your narrative. When you open up your mouth, you talk about pain. Whatever you're going through, you're talking about pain. Even if you are going through things, it's important to get that out, but do not let it be in the driving narrative in your life. Allow yourself to be transformed by the love that you have for so many people. Give that love to yourself. And you realize that you'll find so much comfort in just being your true divine self as a woman, as a future woman, as a goddess. All right. So until next time, definitely vibe higher and thrive. I am Int'l. Ashe, namaste, nakupenda.